What's going on, guys? I hope everybody's having a nice week so far. Today I'm going to be finishing up the installation of the hella horns on my 2016 WRX. You can kind of see the one horn here and here. I mounted them up. So if you haven't seen the previous video on the removal of the bumper, go check that out. And if you want to see my wiring harness, how I had failed initially and then rewired the whole thing, I'll link both those videos up here and here. Go check those out. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the front bumper now. Shout out to Last Human's Garage who gave me this brilliant idea to use a bucket beneath the bumper to support it. I can actually do the whole thing by myself now. So I pulled the unit out of the car now, guys. And if you didn't watch the other video, I actually bought this used from a friend who had this for a 2013 STI. Now the parent mounting bracket you see here from the 2013 is like 2 millimeters off to be able to fit perfectly on the 2015, 2016s. Kind of weird that they've done it that way. I have no idea why. I guess it's just the way the Subaru is made. So what I'm doing is I'm drilling a second hole just beneath the first hole. Hopefully doing this, I'll be able to line the bracket up a bit better and it should sit more flush in the inside there. So I've made this hole a little bit bigger here. I was initially going to try and fit this little clip back in through it, but it's not long enough. So this will now fit in there, this little screw I have, and I'll try and get that to work. Now I have to get a bolt though behind the back of the frame there. So I'm going to try and use this and then see if I can line it up and then screw that in. Hey, I got it to work, guys. So this little bolt here that you can kind of see is loose. That's in the middle where I had a little clip before. So I'm just kind of fishing through the back a wrench to hold that in place. So I've now got the hella horns mounted up on the parent bracket. I just had to modify that hole in the middle to be able to bring the bolt down a little bit. And then I used a different bolt instead of the clip that's in there. And then I tightened this right here over top of the bracket as tight as it can go by hand. I just used a normal socket set, not the power drill. There is a hole there as it is, so you can actually use that to help mount the bracket. These two essentially keep it from going up or down, you know, keep it level. Alright guys, so now that I've got the hella horns mounted up, I just have to change the wiring harness I've built here just a little bit. I need to put bigger ring terminals on the end because they don't actually fit the ones I had over top of the battery where I'm going to plug it onto the battery. So, do that. Is to wire in the hella horns with the OEM horns, so that way I have 4 horns when I press the button. Now that's going to be really, really loud. But before I proceed with wiring in the hella horns, let's do a comparison and let's just do the OEM horn right now. I'm going to go in the car. The hella horns are not wired up yet whatsoever, so this is just the OEM horn. That was so loud with just the OEM horns on in the garage here because the door's closed and everything. So I don't know what the hella horns are gonna sound like. I'll probably have to open up the door or something. so I've got the Hellas wired. I don't have the signal powered yet, but now this is the wiring going to the Hellas, and you can see there's this massive loop of excess wire down here. What I'm gonna do is just shorten this so that it's not down this far, like if it just connected to there. So I'll just cut off the one end, then I'll cut off this end. Up some of this stuff, it was pretty cheap, and I'm just gonna run this now along the wiring up on this side and down in here just to clean it up, and it'll also protect it from that. This is the signal power wire that will connect to the OEM horn. Alright guys, so I didn't really film the entire process of this because it was a bit tricky, but what I've essentially done is I've ran that signal wire down through the bottom of the front of the bumper, and then it comes over here to this horn. Now I chose this horn because there's actual wire that's accessible right here, and then what I did was I vampire tapped right into the power wire of that horn. So now when I plug this back in up here, I actually get to still have this horn, I have the middle horn plugged in, and then the two Hella horns. So in total, all 4 horns will be going when I press the button. Alright, so I've zip tied the relay in here behind the battery, kind of to the post, and then all we have left to do is connect the positive and the negative wires. So first, I think I'll do the negative. Now onto the positive, which I already have a connection to because I have the subwoofer and amp set up. So everything is now all wired back up, and I've actually protected all the wiring with like a wire protector that just goes around it, and zip tied everything all up together, and then electrical taped all of the outside so no water or anything can get into the wire protector where the wires are, and then of course everything's properly heat shrunk and crimped and everything like that. So I'm gonna get started now on putting the front bumper back on the car and getting everything back together, and then I'll show you guys what the final sound is of the Hella horns with the OEM horns, and we'll compare what it sounded like before and what it now sounds like after. So that's how to install the Hella horns on the 2015-2016 WRX. It's a fairly straightforward process. However, getting that wiring harness built, if you're not buying one, is a little bit challenging. Once you figure out how the relay works though and you follow the diagram on it, it's pretty easy. Alright, so I'll show you guys a comparison now of what it sounded like with just the OEM horns and how it sounds now with the Hella horns plus the OEM horns. Guys, just to give you some perspective on that, it's really, really loud. Too loud for me to even sit here and be pressing it for too long to show you, because I'll definitely make some people probably angry, the neighbors next door. Alright guys, so thanks for watching this video. Hopefully it helped. If you liked this video, I'd appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up rating down below. And if you're new to my channel and you want to see more videos about my WRX, don't forget to press that subscribe button down in the bottom right hand corner. And thanks for watching.